Randy Rain here, and I have the TOMY talking tutor robot. It should say so right here, but it's missing the decal. This is one of those robots where it asks questions and you're supposed to put in your answer. Some have used a 8-track, some have used a cassette. Well, this is TOMY. It's all mechanical and they use a record player. So this is
Robot Garage.
Yeah, so this thing is pretty neat. I mean, it has one of those little tiny record players in there. I can see it right here. And has a button you push down, a button that pops. You got your 3 little buttons here. There's supposed to be cards here that fit here. I have no cards, but I know how they work. So I'm going to make my own cards. But they would fit here. And let's see, this is like... somehow, yeah, this is also the battery door. And I can recognize that right there. That is a potentiometer variable resistor to slow and speed up the record player. So yeah, it's missing that decal. It's scratched up on this decal. And it's got a little bit of a yellow to it, so it could use some retro bratting. And it's really a good one to do it for because it's not that yellow. It should come out really nice and stay that way. Anyway, let's get going on this bad boy. So yeah, in here is the record player. There's a little variable resistor here that you can slide this. Make it if it's running fast or too slow. This comes out. Got a whole bunch of buttons. And then on this side, you got these things that are holding down those buttons. You got these buttons down here. And then this thing, and I can see some split gears. So the way it works is when you put a card in, there's a card that has some holes in it. I think it just has like one hole, and that allows only one of these to fall through, I guess, and maybe like 3 other ones get pushed out. So when you push this down, it holds those down, which holds these little buttons on the record player down. The answer here I've seen on the card is a little wedge. The holes up here just tell what the record player to play, but the holes here there's a little wedge cut out on the card that goes in. That's the answer to the question on which one of these buttons to push. I'm not sure how that works just yet. Okay, I think I have it figured out without even testing. The cards that go in here, there will be 3 holes and 1 with a missing hole. And those align to these things. So you can see, if I put this card in here, how that works. So basically only one will come down, the one without the hole. So if I just use a piece of paper here, you can see it'd be like only one. It's either going to be that one, or it could be that one, or that one, or over here, that one. So if it goes, let's say this one right here, it goes in, that piece of paper, little cardboard paper is holding that one down. Then as you push this, the top down, it doesn't grab any of the other ones except that one and pushes that one down. And that corresponds to pushing down that button right there. So that button would play, I guess, the question. And then these 2 buttons here are obviously yet the correct and wrong answer. And the slot right here depends on, when you put it in, there's like a V. Let's see if I can make it here. It's like this. Something like that. And so it's either going to be like this, it's like this, or in the center. And so when you put it in there, yeah, you can see what it does is move this red piece, whole section, back and forth. All the way to here, or it can slide all the way over to there. Yeah, see, so it can move over like that. Or you could flip it over. And there. Move it over like that. Now what that does is this right here, you can see there's these two flaps. Two flaps here, and then a single flap. These two flaps hit the wrong button on the record player. This button hits the correct button on the record player. And so what you're doing is moving it to here. If it's all the way this way, then that means the right button is the right answer, and then the other two are going to hit these. If it's in the center, now the center button's the correct answer, and then the other two buttons are going to be hitting that. Going to be hitting the wrong button. And of course, if it slides over to there, now the right button is the right answer. And so when you push that, you're pushing down, be pushing down on the right or left wrong answer. And that should play. It says talk here. I guess it activates when you let up, because what that does is release everything. That's all it does, is pushing this rod down, which pulls this thing back, which is what's holding the clicking of the buttons down. So if I push the button down, I can undo it by pulling that orange piece here. It also disengages this, which comes up, which allows these to come up, which also spins the eyes. And I can see these gears here are gone. Whoop, it's making the eyes pop out. So really it just needs to be cleaned up in here. I can take all this apart. Everything comes apart. Looks just like the way the little pinball games work. You just undo all this. It all comes out. There's some springs down here. Got to make sure, keep up with those. And then the rest is just here at the record player. I haven't even put a battery in. Let's see what happens. Not a whole lot. It's one of these Ozen, O-Z-E-N, Ozen, I don't know. It's just not that peach color, but anybody that's played with these knows exactly what that comes from and where that usually goes. And I've never opened one like this, so I'm just starting at the top here. And that just holds a spring. Never seen that. Here's the diaphragm. There's the record player. So yeah, as it plays, it kills here. Wonder why it won't play. It's gotta just be the motor. There we go. So I wonder what these things do. You got these little doohickeys. Ah, look at that. So that pushes that up. No idea what that's supposed to do. This one does that. This one. And this one. Oh, they're spinning. This is lifting up the diaphragm. Okay, so every one, when you push it, it's lifting up the diaphragm, which makes this go back to here. Now the question is what does each one of those little guys do? Here goes nothing. Let's go for it. Taking the motor, letting the belt go. Look, belt seems okay. Sliding out. Wait a minute, they all just do that? That's all they do? I see a little notch here. Ah, and it gets stopped right there. Oh, there's the little stop. So it's not going to play. So when that comes up, it gets the needle in the right spot. Well, that's neat. Because every one of these buttons cause it to stop at a certain spot and then play when released. And these four are the questions, and these two are correct and wrong. Oh, that is the same one.
What pictures go together?
Whoa, what the hell? Okay, that's the way it was. Maybe it's supposed to, it works better upside down.
Match the beginning sounds.
I matched the beginning sound. That's what I heard.
Match the beginning sounds.
Alright.
What pictures go together?
What pictures go together?
Where do they near?
Something.
Where do they near?
Where do they near?
Where do they near?
No idea.
How many are there?
Okay, how many are there?
Where do they near?
Where do they near?
Where do they near? Where do they near?
Whatever, dude.
What pictures go together? What pictures go together?
No.
What pictures go together? Match the beginning sounds. How many are there? Where do they near?
Where do they near? What the hell does that mean? There we go. The mashiness of the buttons is from foam. Well, that just barely fits in there. Well, that was easy. Well, that piece is ready for Retrobrite. Gotcha. These are bigger than your standard 10-tooth gear. I mean, they're both cracked, but you know what? I think they're fine. Guess I can go ahead and clean these pieces up. Wonder how this comes off of here. I guess you gotta slide it all out. Like that. Wow, this is like one of those puzzles. Alright, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I think I got it. So that's after about a little over a day and a half. I mean, it's better, and it's as good as it's going to get, because, I mean, if it was this white when I got it, I wouldn't even have bothered retro-writing it, so I'll just stop here. But it has to go in like this, and then flip up, and then drop into place. The foam is still in decent shape. This, you have to push those up, and that slides into there. And then these four are the different ones. And so, like say if the hole was here, when you push this down, it only grabs the one. And you can see it pushing down right here. Pushing down, it gets locked into place. The motor now turning, and it's let up. It's put the needle back to start, and the motor's turning until it hits the peg on this one. So then you'd hit talk, and it would go, where are you near, for some odd reason, right? And then, depending on where this is, if it was over here, this is going to be the right answer. If it's here, this is the right answer. Here's the right answer. And so let's say if it was all the way here, and you push, there it is, it's pushing the correct answer down. You push that down, that locks it into place. It's now spinning to the correct answer track and stopping from the peg being held down. And then once again, when you push talk, I'm supposed to, I'm not too far in, there, like that. Pushing too hard on that. It lets up, it now spins, plays correct. And if you're over here and you pushed this, now it's pushing the wrong, it's going to the wrong section and stopping. Then when you push this, it plays the wrong. And that's how this works. Alright, so now I have it hooked up with a battery in, and I have it set on slow. Let's listen to it now. Hold it down, lift up.
Where do they live?
Oh, it does say where do they live. I guess we're just high. I'm going to put that on high. Let's move that up high.
Where do they live?
That's weird. That's one of those, when it says up high, that sounds like where do they near.
Where do they live?
But then when you slow it down,
Where do they live?
oh, that's crazy. That's kind of creepy. I wonder about these other ones.
Match the beginning sounds.
Match the beginning sounds.
What pictures go together? How many are there?
Wow, that's weird. Those sound so much different. Well, there you have it, the TOMY talking tutor robot, I think it is. I don't know. I didn't make out a little sticker. Don't care for that. Anyway, it's done. It looks pretty good. Pretty white. I like it. Now, I couldn't find just the cards. Anytime I find these, it's either just the robot with cards, but no just cards. So, I had to make my own cards here. So, are you ready to play along? Alright, so let's see. Here's the first one. Gotta hide it. No cheating. I'm looking at which way the slot goes.
What pictures go together?
So what pictures go together? Well, that's a picture of me. And then I don't think I stink like a skunk. And I don't wear cowboy boots. So it must be robots. There we go, I'm right. And of course, if you push the other one.
Try again.
No. Or that one.
Try again.
Nope. It's only this one.
You're right.
Yep. Because the slot is on this way. You got your missing hole right here. And then the next one. Don't look. There we go.
How many are there?
Oh, how many are there? Oh, look, there's an Omnibot, there's a Mr. DJ, and a Hootbot. So that's 3 robots. So that would be the center button. And very good. And of course, if you push this one, no, or this one,
Try again.
no, because the slot is in the center there. We have the missing spot over here. Okay, here's another one. No cheating.
Where do they live?
Where do they near? Which I can't believe it. I can't even hear that anymore. That's weird. I totally hear where do they live, even if I speed it up now. Well, that's my little Mormer kitty, and I have it up here. It says, where does he live? I don't think my kitty's non-binary, but anyway, he lives with me. That's me there. So, right, there you go. And then this one. No.
Again.
Middle one. No.
Again.
And that's because the slot's here and the hole missing is there. So we got one more. There we go.
Match the beginning sounds.
Match the beginning sounds. Well, there's me again. That's the letter R. It doesn't go, unless that dog's name's Rover, it doesn't go with dog or puppy or ladder. So it must go with the Omnibot robot. So robot. There's your answer. There, I'm right. And of course, that's a center slot. So I'm going to keep this one just because. And I guess I'll only need one more robot to have a version of all the TOMY robots. It's that pencil sharpener one. It's either way too expensive or can't find it. Anyway, there it is, the TOMY Talking Tutor. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give me a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe and all that stuff. I want to thank these people. These are patrons. These are people helping me out and bringing you and letting me show you how something so ingenious works from back in the day. So thank these people very much. And if you would like to become one, there's of course links. Anyway, that's it. TOMY Talking Tutor Robot, that was
Robot Garage.
Now, I probably should have put this on before I put it all together, but it's a little 3M77.